Okay, we're streaming on YouTube. We're going to go ahead and stream on Facebook. All right. Am I good? 3, 2, 1 me? Am I live? I'm good on Facebook and YouTube? Right. I'm live. Ladies and gentlemen, achieving ultimate consistency. We're going to give you a free educational lesson today. Not only that, we're going to go over Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the Newsbeat Live Open House. We're going to show you everything we did, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the pretty. We're going to go through all that and more. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very, very, very special edition of the Newsbeat Show. We're going to give you a free thank you. Consider it a parting gift, as well as the Boeing calls, am I right? We're going to give you a little parting gift today with free education, as tomorrow is the last day, and we do the Newsbeat Show on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We also do the Sunday Newsbeat Live Evolutionary Gathering, and we bring you ways to really pick your trading game up to the next level. And it was just such a pleasure having you guys for these 4 days that I wanted to go through everything and more. And besides for giving you free education and doing a full analysis of everything that we did the week, again, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the pretty, we're going to go through it and we're going to show you every single part of our room. But first, by watching this video, you are agreeing to hold me, Mark Melnick, and T3 Live harmless, not responsible for anything shown on this video or heard on this video. If you do not agree to that, you must exit this video immediately. So thank you so much for agreeing to that. So first, before we start the free education, I'm just going to fly through everything we gave you every single day of the week. And I'm just going to show you. And again, this is all the Twitter documentations and everything that we done here, etc. And we're going to start off. With Monday, and Monday was April 8th, and we're going to show you exactly what we focused on. So this is what happened. So on Monday, again, we had a couple names we were watching, General Electric and Snap, and we ended up avoiding Snap because it didn't set up for us properly. And on Monday, we went ahead and we were shorting General Electric on Monday, and you could see just I'm zooming in on my chart. Just give me one moment. Here was Monday in General Electric. We bought puts near, at $9.45, $9.46, and the stock imploded upon itself. And within less than 10 minutes, the stock went to 928. Doesn't sound like a lot for our GE to go from 946 to 928, but our puts exploded through the ceiling. And that's what we did. And G, of course, ended up, heading lower. And there were some of you that actually held that a little longer, which I didn't, but we made money. That was what we gave you on Monday. That was our key play on Monday. It's been a very slow week overall. And I just, again, don't take it from me. I mean, here is my open house move in the Qs. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The Qs put in a range from 183.63 to 185.78. There was a $2.15 range for the week, for this week of the triple Qs. Compare that to last week, and you had a range from 180.77 to 180.77 to 184.92. So you had a $4 and change range as opposed to a $2 range this week. So I just want to point out that I just want to show you the trades that we're doing to bring you consistency. And then I'm going to give you a whole lesson that's going to help your consistency regardless. So again, a very special episode. So on Monday, the first thing we did is we shorted GE. We made money. You probably saw all the screenshots and all the T3 Live promotional emails, etc., from that day, and that was it. The next day was Tuesday, And the name we focused in here on Tuesday was dun, da, 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 letter X short. Now, granted, I understand that these three worked and some of you guys made money in Disney, Facebook, and Apple, but I'm not going to go through those trades. I mean, we're going to just focus on what we were focused on and what the majority of us played. And that was, of course, the X downgrade on Tuesday. I get it that more things work than what I'm going to show you, but I just want to wrap it up. So here is Tuesday on letter X. I'm going to show you on a 5-minute chart. Here was Tuesday, and X, as I love to say, imploded upon itself like a dying star. We took puts, we took shares, we shorted it, and we crushed it. We absolutely crushed it. And again, for those who ended up holding further, you could see letter X basically went from $19.14 to as low as $16.57. So those if you did hold those puts perfectly, which I will be the first to admit I didn't, but I did very well on letter X, that is what we gave you on Tuesday. Not only that, on Tuesday, we gave you something else that was very special, especially for you futures traders and whatnot. There was a little tweet that came out at 10:49 a.m. alerting you of our algo support level at 155.65 on IWM. And if you look at IWM here, on Tuesday at 10:49 a.m., right over here was 10:49 a.m. The stock breaks 155.65. It's 155.64. Bottoms out at 155.60. Goes 5 pennies below our support level, followed by exploding to the upside $1 right after it hits our level within a nickel. Not only that, we gave you the dead bottom of dun, da, 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 Amazon. We gave you the dead bottom of Amazon before it exploded higher. And a lot of people in the room actually took Amazon calls and caught that thing beautifully. So on Tuesday, intraday, we gave you the bottom of IWM, which is the Russell 2000, perfect for futures trading, the bottom of Amazon, the second most valuable company on the planet, and a intraday short on letter X. But not only that, we also did an overnight short via Apple. So what we did on Tuesday was we took Apple puts at the end of the day for those who like overnights, who don't like the quick trades. And Apple closed at 199.50 and opened up at 198.69 and even dropped to 198.18, giving us opening up the position right at the end of the day, closing it relatively early in the morning, and making money, profiting from it. So that is what we gave you on Monday and Tuesday. Now Wednesday is April 10th. April 10th is Wednesday. I'm pulling up Wednesday with you guys, and basically this was our lowest conviction day, as the other ones had, different size positions, and we were focused in on Disney and Novartis. This was Wednesday. Again, we give it to you 9:03 a.m. April 10th. Good morning, bandits. Fed day. Sit on your hands is never a bad move. Hint, hint, wink, wink. All trades reduce position size. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And we gave you Disney as an upgrade with a 1.5 rating out of 10. So on Disney, I'm just going to pull up of a 5-minute chart right here. Disney basically spiked through our trigger and then fell down. I ended up managed slipping by with a couple $100. Again, I was very light. I'm glad I didn't go heavier, and I was able to slip away with just a couple $100 on that quick early pop in Disney. Not only that, we also gave you Urban Chatter. We're so famous for saying, "Oh, we give you news before the majority of Wall Street." Ha ha ha. Guess what? This saved people's day. This move right here, we gave you Urban Outfitters for a long right over there. Right over there when it was in the 33.40 range. The stock 5 minutes later popped to 33.80 from 33.40s. I saved traders days with that move by before quickly falling. And even as it was going up, you could hear me in real time buying the position and say, guys, I'm selling it on the way up. Guys, be very skeptical, guys. This is not really the type of day. While it's going up, that's what you're hearing in chat as I'm exiting out and locking in my position. I had a decent little day there in Urban and caught the explosive move up before it actually happened. So that was Wednesday. Now, today, so it all seems good so far. So what went wrong, Mark, right? So today, we gave you Tesla. Hold on, let me just show you. We're going to go over that trade as well. As I said, I'm going to give you the good, bad, and the ugly. It only sounds like I'm giving you the good because That's what it really was. But today, I mean, let me show you. Let me show you what happened today. So today we gave you two names that had 3 out of 10 conviction. And then we had secondary names, which I ignored them both, but we focus on the higher conviction stuff. Weight Watchers with a 3 out of 10 on a downgrade, and Tesla with a 3 out of 10 on a downgrade. I ended up trading both of them. Here was Tesla on the one and done. We basically short Tesla or buy puts through 266.70. The stock fell to 265.60. I covered half of my position for an $1,100 gain. I know we're not supposed to whatever talk P&Ls, but I'll talk about it since I lost overall on this trade, believe it or not. Because then this 1 minute bullish engulfing bar came out of nowhere and exploded up. That is extremely rare. This is what it looks like when I lose on a position on Tesla. I ended up only losing like a few $100 on it in the end because I was lucky to sell half as it fell and dipped, and then this weird bullish engulfing bar on the 1 minute came out of nowhere. It's a very psychotic stock. Again, as I do warn people when before they trade Tesla, it is a very crazy stock. That is the trade that I lost on this week. That is the trade that I lost on this week. There were several other trades that I'm not even mentioning that were like $30 losses and two, three, $400 winners. I'm not even going through those trades. I'm going through the stuff that was major and put out to you that the majority of the room went after, by the way. So right over here, I ended up it popped up. I ended up getting rid of the other half of my position, and I started the day with a loss in Tesla. Then what happened afterwards is I went over to Weight Watchers and did our famous low one strategy short here, right over here through 1892, bought some puts, and Weight Watchers got destroyed and paid me much more than I lost in Tesla. And Weight Watchers basically went from 1890, basically, it went from 1892 to 1755. And again, we were focusing in on two names. I'm not vomiting 200 names at you. I'm not showing you a scan, which, anybody could create, put together, and you could click a button. If that worked, people would be making money off it. The market requires deep analysis and a focus on a few names. And don't forget to stay tuned because I'm going to give you a lot of awesome free education here shortly. But I just wanted to again show you how the week went. Not only that, so we were able to make all our money more on Weight Watchers, thankfully, because the Weight Watchers just ended up working beautifully. But there was something else that you received. And look at this, and you received it in the pre-market. We actually alerted you again at 9:30 a.m. I don't think Colton knew what to do when he was sending this out. It's like, well, it's already there. What do we do? And we gave you the Q resistance level of 185.78. Now, for those who are not convinced that my algorithmic analysis is one of the strongest forms of analysis out there, again, what a coincidence. The high of the Qs, 185.78. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, if you watch yesterday's Newsbeat show, or if you are a member of the room and you got our tweet out, we gave you that 185.78 level yesterday. That was actually yesterday's level of the triple Qs. It was actually from yesterday. So not only did we alert it, not only were we talking about it in the pre-market, we called the dead high to the penny the triple Qs. 185.78. It's documented. You can watch it on yesterday's video. I really don't have a time machine. All I am using is my algorithmic methodology here of drawing trend lines. 185.78 to the penny. We gave you that. Not only that, we gave you two overnights. The Apple that worked from the day before, and we gave you Boeing. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with our Boeing calls tomorrow, but it just happens to be that Boeing is gapped up 3 points after hours right now as we speak, and it was up even more, almost 4 points earlier. What a coincidence. What a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. And not only that, it's tweeted to you and given to you. So that is my parting gift to you for being part of the Newsbeat Live Open House. The only trade that tagged me very lightly is Tesla. On a very crappy, slow fed week, I am performing very well. I am having a great week for the type of action that was in front of us. And that is the value of the Newsbeat live room. Not only that, if you bared with us for so long while we go through, just a handful of trades, most rooms will do more trades than I just showed you in an hour. That's not what we do here. I'm not here to vomit out 1,752 names at you, but I am here to give you education right now. So, I wanted to talk to you about the power of consistency in professional trading. So we have a couple. We have pilots in the room. At least three people who are pilots. We have a member who was in the Air Force, and I wanted to talk about that for a moment. I'm not going to release the gentleman's name, but a fighter pilot has a highly skilled job, obviously, to us that most of us seems very sophisticated, and rightly so. However, to the man or woman flying the plane, it's nothing more than a routine that they have executed hundreds, maybe thousands of times. They also applies to surgeons, or any other highly skilled job that seems extremely difficult, if not impossible to the rest of us. Imagine being a brain surgeon. This really leads me to my next point, to the outside observer of a professional trader, like a Newsbeat trader. It might seem like a very highly skilled individual who does something that they, would have an outside observer would have no clue, like how like we do these things in the market. But I want to tell you, what does a brain surgeon, a fighter pilot, and a professional trader all have in common? A successful professional trader all have in common. A successful professional newsbeat trader all have in common. The answer is anyone? Anyone in the room? Yeah, well trained. What do we all have in common? What does a brain surgeon, a fighter pilot, and a professional consistent newsbeat trader have in common? It's consistency. Growing a trading account is like growing your muscles. Consistently going to the gym, and that means going even when you don't really feel like going, will result in you being in better physical and mental shape. Consistently eating healthy foods, and I go through eating organic, non GMO foods, foods not poisoned with toxins and metals and things like that, will also result in you becoming a healthier person, both physically and mentally. And for someone who is, out of shape, and for example, and someone who has like poor exercise and eating habits, it might be very difficult and uncomfortable for them to start consistently eating right and exercising. I'll admit I don't exercise as much as I should, but I eat healthy because they already have the very negative habit of being lazy and eating junk food. However, for the healthy person, they actually enjoy exercising and eating right because they have done it for such a consistently long period of time that it literally became an habitual part of their daily life, and indeed even a part of who they are today. In a similar fashion, if you consistently wake up early for your day job, or maybe you go to school, you know that soon it becomes a habit. Conversely, if you consistently stay up late at night, you also know that that becomes a habit eventually too, and one that makes waking up early the next day extremely difficult. Generally speaking, going to bed early and waking up early makes you more productive. Scott Redler is, besides for being phenomenally physically attractive in the face, is somebody who I use as an example of that. So, um, we can use the power of consistency in the market as traders to our advantage to really develop the powerful habit of getting enough sleep and having more productive days, all by going to bed at a consistent time each night. Consistently learning and educating yourself really turns you into a more knowledgeable person who will probably make more money and be more successful than the person who chooses to not consistently educate themselves. The point is really comes down to this. Consistency in all aspects of our personal and professional lives ultimately ends up building habits, building those neurological connections in your brain that I talk so much about. And habits are really what defines each of us, aren't they? To paraphrase, Napoleon Hill, one of my favorite motivational speakers, we are what we think about and do. Whatever you consistently think about and do will become a habit. You have the power to decide if you form positive or negative habits by what you consistently think about and do. So what I'm telling you is when you're that trader who has a negative thought all the time, you are helping lead on to fuller negative thoughts. That's why on one of my strategies, if you actually, it's kind of funny because some of you actually laugh when I say this. When I say, like, for example, on the one and done, which a lot of us um, made money, I actually say smile as one of my strategies. Smile afterwards because you're going to develop, when you smile, you release a neurological concoction of chemicals within your brain that goes through your body to show you you're doing something good. It actually helps make you consistent when you smile. Even a fake smile has been proven by a Harvard study, a Harvard psychological study, that smiling, even a fake smile, the silly, crazy, wacky one like this, helps improve your mood and releases those same chemicals throughout your brain. So even make a fake smile if you need. One thing I used to do when I was at T3 originally back in '07 and '08 is I smoked cigarettes. And if you consistently smoke cigarettes, you're probably going to develop a smoking habit, which is obviously a very bad habit to develop. If you consistently manage your risk correctly in the market and stick to consistent strategies and don't overtrade, you are going to develop some very positive and powerful trading habits. Ladies and gentlemen, your trading career is not a sprint. It's about developing your brain, being in the right atmosphere until it finally turns into something that you can do. I used to run track and I was one of the faster kids in New York City, and I would compete at the Bronx Armory. They had like a track there, and I would go to different track meets in Brown University and places in Manhattan and in high school, and we would run. And I remember thinking to myself, I was a sprinter. I was a sprinter. I ran very fast. I ran a 48-second 400 meter. I ran the 400 meters a quarter mile. I ran it in 48 seconds, which is not world record breaking, but colorful word damn fast for a high school student. And I remember we were training for the New York City Marathon. We were training for the marathon. In no way was I going to do a marathon. I was a sprinter. But I kept practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing. And I had to practice for 2 years before I was actually able to finish the marathon. And I was actually able to run 26 miles in New York City and finish the race. Did I place high? Was I faster than some of the phenomenal Ethiopian athletes? Not even remotely close. But I was able to finish something that seemed at the time impossible, and it wasn't a 1 day process. It wasn't a 1 day process. If you stick and surround yourself with consistently intelligent, profitable traders, you are going to have us rub off on you. And that is why hundreds and hundreds of us are consistent today. Consistency builds habit. Anything in the market is possible through the power of consistency. I will show you a stock which 100 traders will trade, and I will tell you this many of them lost and this many of them won, and you don't know why. It's because we here in the Newsbeat live room do consistently profitable things. That is why you are seeing the type of trades that we are coming to you with. It's not about me getting excited and having a trade for you every moment. That is trading rooms of the past. This is the evolution of trading rooms of the future. You are not supposed to have a million trades. I find it funny that the trading rooms out there who also align themselves with brokerages offer education and offer mentorship that actually encourages doing several trades. And there are several types of traders, and that actually might be for you. And we're going to talk about that shortly, but it is not for the majority of people. Until you have tried something new for a period of time and in a consistent manner, you can't decide if it works or not. How do you measure effectiveness if what you are measuring isn't performed consistently? I typically give new initiatives, processes, strategies, organizational structures, and I backtest them for months before judging them a success or failure while applying them myself before you even hear me peep a word to you. It's often minor tweaking instead of major overhauls that is the difference between you succeeding and failing. The difference is most traders, I feel, if this is the hill and they're pushing the rock up the hill, the guy pushing the rock up the hill, trying to get it over, most traders are right at that tippy top. And if they just fix one thing at one aspect of their trading, they can be successful. That is from the most of what I found. Consistency is sticking to an effective trading method, an effective strategy like the ones we share with you. We always update them. We always make sure it works in the current environment. This is going to help you master your trading strategy and gives you a real chance to see if your trading strategy is truly worth using or not. Doing 100 different methods, one of the worst things you could do is be part of an environment where traders are giving you a bunch of different strategies with a bunch of different trading styles, and you're sitting there listening to all of them because your head is going to be wrapped around in a loop and you're going to get screwed up even if each one of those traders know how to make money using their strategy. So, how do you know if a trading strategy works? We literally gave you what's called the Melnick loop, which again was used off the OODA loop. And it literally shows you what strategies you can and cannot do. I'm not going to go through that. Consistency applies risk management to every aspect of your trading. Keeping your dollar risk per trade is consistent. So if you're wondering why we come to you and we give you dollar amounts of our trades with ratings. So you see like these ratings 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10. What is all this, Mark Melnick? It means something, ladies and gentlemen. Other factors that trade this: time value, option spreads, trading stocks, market order versus limit order. What would I do with a smaller account based on my rating scale as opposed to the larger account that I have? It all can be scientifically measured out. Most traders and most gurus don't do that for you because they only show you what works for them. I actually help traders around me and try to show them what works for them. Not only that, we take traders who are millionaires in our room, millionaires, and we look at them and we judge their track record and we see when they're successful and when they're not. And then we develop strategies around the time frames in which they're successful. It's a lot of damn hard work, but you know what? It increases the results of the people around you, ultimately speaking. Consistency tracking your trades, looking at the strategies that are costing you money, looking at the strategies that are making you money. Trading growth requires a track record of success. You can't establish a track record if you are constantly shifting gears or trying new tactics. Many efforts fail before they get to the finish line, but not because the tactic was flawed or the goals weren't clear. The problem is often that the trader simply didn't stay the course to achieve the objective. And consistency is that catalyst of trading success. Back to the fighter pilot in the room. Started out, probably learning how, and I'm assuming this, sir, probably learned how to fly in a classroom. And then probably moved to a computer simulator of some sort. And finally, after probably years of training and education, began practicing his or her craft by flying a real fighter jet. Similarly, the brain surgeon began mastering their craft by first obtaining education, training, and then they might practice on maybe, not to sound disgusting, maybe cadavers in a lab or shadow a mentor in a real lab setting. And then finally, after years of practice and surrounding themselves with people who are doing effectively what they are doing, only then are they ready to operate on a patient by themselves. And when it comes to a professional trader, they'll take a similar course and surround themselves with consistent traders. If they're smart, there's just very few places where you can surround yourself with many consistent traders. A lot of places out there will surround you with failure. It's kind of funny. If you are in a prop firm right now, look around you. Nine out of 10, if not more, people around you are losing money right now as we speak. Look around you. They might not want to talk about it. People think that it's a weakness to admit that you're failing in trading. No, it's a strength to admit it. You want to try to sweep under the rug that you're having a hard time trading. You want to sweep it under the rug and you don't want to talk about it because people might not think you're smart or you're cool or you're great. Good luck. Good luck. Don't let the door hit you on the behind on the way out. Surrounding yourself with consistent traders will eventually do this for you. Surrounding yourself with the Newsbeat mentality is one of the most powerful tools to achieving this formula of success. The formula for trading success is consistency, habits, results. Consistency equals the habit of consistency equals results. If you consistently trade according to these Newsbeat strategies and you don't overtrade, much like we didn't do this entire week, I broke down this entire week for you. And how fast? You consistently manage your risk properly and consistently maintain your composure after every trade, winner or loser, you're going to give yourself the best possible chance of making consistent money in the market. However, if you choose to behave erratically, straying away from your strategy, overtrading, doing whatever the F word you want, risking too much, gambling your money, you're going to develop an account destroying trading habit. Most traders lose money as a result of having very inconsistent trading routines. A lot of the traders are millionaires here and they're talking to you. You guys just have to open your eyes and look. You guys just have to open your ears and listen. As one trader is saying, you know, um, I went back and I was looking at the different trading strategies I was doing and seeing how much they were costing me. And this is a very profitable trader. And he said it was almost like getting kicked in the face when he saw the negative strategies he was doing. If you look at it, you're going to be turned off by doing stupid things. There's nothing smarter than being turned off by doing stupid things. There are millionaire traders in the room telling you this morning, I'm not doing much here today. I'm watching this and this, maybe a small scalp here and there, but I'm sitting on my hands. Do you think you're supposed to come in the room and somebody's supposed to give you every single or 100 opportunities that are all going to work on a given day? You're in La La Land. You're in Disneyland. Risking too much and gambling your money in a market environment like this, you're going to develop account destroying trading habits. Most traders lose money as a result of having very inconsistent trading routines and never follow through with their trading strategy or risk management plan. Or if you do follow your trading strategy or risk management plan, a trader who gave it to you, whether they're making money or not, didn't take into account who you are as a human being. The good news for you is you have the power to control what you do and what you focus on. You have the power to decide if you want to keep behaving inconsistently in the market, or you can try to decide to harness the power of the Newsbeat Live Room's consistency and use it to develop profitable trading habits. Consistently trading an effective trading methodology with discipline, like what I show you, like the strategies I share with you. We just have a new swing strategy we're bringing you a new service within the Newsbeat Live Room based on a new swing strategy. I tried it for a while. It wasn't working the way I wanted to. I went ahead and I tweaked it a bunch. This wasn't actually the strategy. This was the strategy. The swung and done. I had a swing strategy. It wasn't working the way I wanted. I gave it a while. I back tested. I stayed on the sidelines. I was working for 2 months to develop this slide for you. 2 months is what it took me to come up with these rules to show that there is effective stuff in the current environment. And only then, when I could prove it to myself, am I going to throw my hard earned money on the line. There are no shortcuts, ladies and gentlemen, to achieving what you want. It's not about the strategies that we keep evolving and showing you. It's not about that. It's about putting yourself in a hard working environment, and the hardest workers are the people who are working when without hitting their keyboard. Some of the hardest things you're going to do as a trader is sitting on your hands. And if you're surrounded by traders who are doing that around you, it will rub off on you. This is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. We have our last day of the open house tomorrow. You can be part of it. There is a link in the description. I showed you everything that we gave you. The amazing GE short, the amazing letter X short, the Apple overnight that worked, the dead bottom of IWN and Amazon, the urban chatter from Wednesday. I showed you the Tesla trade that didn't work for us today and what it looked like. I showed you the Weight Watchers trade, which we absolutely crushed here in the room. Not only that, we gave you Boeing overnight. Boeing. What do you think the odds that Boeing is going to work tomorrow? Isn't that funny? We gave you two overnight ideas and they both look like they're just going to work. I'm not saying you're making $1 million on this trade, but I am showing you what it looks like and feels like to be more right than wrong. Is Boeing gapped up through the ceiling? No, it closed up $2.75 right now. Could open up lower, could open up higher tomorrow. I have no idea. But you're damn right we're involved in it. We gave you the dead high of the triple Qs, not only in the room, but on the prior Newsbeat show. Again, dead high of the triple Qs, $185.78 to the penny. Are you not convinced yet? You're going to be receiving phone calls from me trying to help adjust you to your current situation. You're going to see me working my behind off to ensure that you are a successful trader. Not only that, for those who join, I want to just, now that I have just quick attention, the Catholic Relief Services, what this organization does, I'm going to put a link in the description maybe on Sunday, but it's if you type in Catholic Relief Services, it's here's the URL, it's support.crs.org. People in Venezuela right now are starving. People in Venezuela are eating zoo animals. People in Venezuela are dying from malnutrition, dehydration, dirty water. The Catholic Relief Services, they actually, this service, this has nothing to do with, this is not me, religion or anything on you. You believe whatever you believe, that's fine. You can help somebody out, whether you are religious or an atheist or anything in between. They actually help impoverished people in Venezuela. They give them housing, they give them food, they give them clean water. And 100% of the money that I make, because I do get paid for you signing up for this open house, but 100% of that will go to the Catholic Relief Services to help Venezuelans get the what away from the dictatorship that they're under right now, the starvation, the malnutrition, the dehydration. A lot of them are trying to escape Venezuela and flood into Colombia. They have places in Colombia as well. The government is not stealing this money. I know there was a big report that the Venezuelan government stole all the US aid that they were trying to help for humanitarian purposes. Yeah, such wonderful people you have there. This organization is actually helping them. This organization is actually feeding them, giving them water, and I will be donating the full proceeds that I make off of this open house to that organization so we could still do something good in the world. And with that being said, just real quick, I'll show you my algo levels tomorrow. Yeah, you liked some of them today, didn't you? These are tomorrow's algorithmic levels today for April 12th. Today's April 11th. They don't always hit, but when they do, they tend to be phenomenally accurate. That's it. I buy through support, I short through resistance, and for me personally, it tends to give me a very easy way to make money. And with that being said, consistency is truly what you should be going through. Now, there's actually going to be a little more education here because a lot of you are frustrated. You've read countless books, been in tons of rooms, attended trading courses, and have trading for a while, and still you're not consistently profitable. And don't worry, every trader around you has been there, myself very included. You're going around in circles for years until one day something clicked. So I want to show you how to be consistently profitable by using the law of large numbers. So the law of large numbers is a theorem that describes the result of performing the same experiment a large number of times. According to the law, the average of the results obtained from the large number of trials should be close to the expected value. Meaning if you did, 500 trades of a certain strategy and it's 50%, 40% correct, in the future it should be 50 or 40% correct. So according to the law, um, you're going to tend to become closer and closer to the actual number as more trials are performed. That's the probability theory. If you're unaware, for a trader, this means you need a large number of trades for your edge to ultimately play out. You know, you have to seek consistency based also on the number of trades you are. Now, there's something called high frequency trading, and I'm not referring to the black boxes that the tier one firms use that are the reason why the Qs topped out to the penny where we predicted yesterday. Trading at a very high frequency, like 5 to 10,000 trades a month, you can be expect to be profitable in some months and whatnot. But I am telling you, not a lot of traders can do that. A lot of the traders around you who show results and whatnot, a lot of them are high frequency traders. Take it from one of the most active traders on Wall Street over his career. I have done well over 1 billion shares in my life. Believe me, I know what high frequency trading is, manual high frequency trading. I also know algorithmic and programmable high frequency trading. But there are traders out there who do that. Then you have swing traders who are doing a lot of things. And then you have, the swing traders doing, whatever, 5 to 15 trades a month. And they're trying to look for profitable strategies. And then you have the day trader that's trading between 1 and 5 times a day. What we are doing for you here is we are bringing you methodologies that can make you successful no matter where you want to be as a trader. You have to find a trading style that ultimately suits you, because I don't really think traders can follow rules for very long unless they reflect their own trading style within it. So you have to find a trading style that ultimately suits you. Not only that, it also has to fit your schedule. A lot of traders have full-time jobs. Why do you think the one and done exists? It doesn't make sense to be a full-time high frequency trader. You have to learn what works in the current market environment you're in. Pick just one trading style to start that suits you and execute upon it. Once you've decided on one, find out everything you can about it. Let's say you have a full-time job. What we do here is we focus in on the one and done strategy, which is very effective for very short term traders and worked, you know, phenomenally effectively this week in a very grindy market. If you were in our room since Monday, you would have seen it. Not only that, or most of the days, I guess, but if you would have seen it, you would have probably been up money. Now, there is also our new swung and done strategy. If you want to be a swing trader, that that we were working on for a while, finding the parameters and utilizing this. You guys are going to be getting swing trades and overnight ideas from us. Not only that, we have short term overnight strategies for traders who like to buy things near the end of the day and chuck them the very next morning. I'm one of those people. I like that. So, what did we do? We bought Apple here on Tuesday overnight, closed at 199.50. We bought the puts when it was in like the 199.80s or 90s. The stock opened up at 198.69. You're up money. Not only that, we did another one this week, which was actually tonight, which this may or may not work, but so far it looks damn good. We took Boeing calls for next week overnight. We took $380 calls. I bought a position, then I doubled in the position, and we're doing it right near the end of the day. I wasn't buying Boeing near day lows today, but look, it's gapped up $2 in whatever, 80 cents at the moment. What do you think are the odds that somebody's going to come out and defend Boeing tomorrow? My time machine tells me that that is a very likely possibility, Mr. Melnick. So ultimately, when you're looking to achieve consistency, you're going to find every style of trading in the Newsbeat environment. If you stay disciplined, eventually, if you keep doing something, you are all, you've heard the phrase before, you are what you eat, and show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Show me the trading environment you're in, and I will show you the trader you are. Oh, you're over there? 94% of you are losing money. You're over there? The vast majority of you are losing money. Show me the trading environment you're in, and I'll show you the trader you are. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our last day tomorrow. I so look forward to serving you, and from the bottom of my heart, I just wanted to thank you for joining us in our family and being part of the Newsbeat Live experience. And I really want to thank T3 for giving us this platform here to help change lives and support families and give to amazing charities that are actually trying to get food to starving Venezuelans. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. There's a link in the description to be part of the last day of the Newsbeat Live Open House. Happy trading, make money, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat Live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.